YouTube, we are back with another video. This video is a little bit different though. I'm gonna call this an awareness video. Basically, what happened was an employee tried to scam me. Yes, that is right. The employee tried to scam me, tried to rob me. Not literally, but from money and time, basically. So I'm gonna show you guys what happened, and this is an awareness video for those guys who are coming up. I mean, I don't even know where, I don't even know how to say it. Just, it happens. It can happen to anybody. So, got my 550 here. Pull the key out. This thing right here, this little thing right here, saved me hundreds of dollars. Saved me. Bad company culture. Saved me. I don't even know what else, just overall bad employees, everything like that. Let me put this back in. That is a OBD2, that is a GPS tracker for the truck. That specific company that we use is Azuga, and it's super cool because basically what happens is it tells me exactly where the truck is, when it's on, when they speed, when they brake, how many miles, everything that could possibly go on with the truck, I know it live. So story time. I hired a brand new employee. Hired him on Sunday. I spoke to him, you know, over the phone. Monday, he was ready to work. He showed up. He's like, yeah, man, I know how to do everything. Like, bro, I could do everything. I said, yo, all right, you could do everything? Like, let's do it. Anyways, 3 days into his new job. Yes, 3 days into the job. You heard that right. It was a Wednesday afternoon, and I was like, man, you guys finish the job, wrap it up. It was like 5:30 in the evening, basically. It wasn't in the afternoon. I'm like, man, clean up, start heading home. And I have all my guys punch in online. So I get a notification on my phone every single morning and every single, you know, afternoon, evening when they punch out. I had him pack up and clean up at around 5 p.m. and he didn't get back to the yard an hour and a half later. And I was like, that's weird. Like, that's weird. So I was like, man, let me go check the tracker. And what do you know? My guy was doing laps around the thruway, the parkway, the town, the everything, like just to kill time. And it was like, wow, man, like 3 days into a new job, you do this, you go and you waste an hour of time driving around, wasting my gas, wasting my money on the clock. Like, now I have to pay you for that. Like, really, man? Owe it all to the trackers. So we're gonna go over to the computer, show you guys exactly what he did and how you could avoid it. All right, guys, so we are now at the computer, and I'm gonna show you guys what one of my employees did on his third day, literally his third day of work here at Prime Landscaping. So we're here on the software, the trackers that are in the trucks. I'm gonna play and I'm gonna be skipping through, you know, the breadcrumbs, that's what it's called, just to show you guys what this guy did here. Okay, guys, so here is where the fun begins. He starts here in a town called South Nyack, and if you could see in the camera, this blue, dark blue line is tracing exactly where he drove. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna skip through it here on the bottom, so you guys could see, because this will obviously take forever. So at this point, guys, he's heading back from our job site to our yard, which should have only been a 10 to 15 minute drive, which ended up taking a 45-minute drive. And I was actually leaving the site at the same time as he did. And then I got a notification when he clocked out on my phone, because my guys clock in online on an app. And I was like, that's weird. Like, this should not have taken that long to get home. Anyways, later that night, opened up the computer, took a look at the tracker, and I was like, dang. Boy, got me. But I got him good the next day anyways. So he went on a nice little road trip. He's approaching here the mall. I believe he skips it and goes all the way down to the Palisades Parkway. Oh no, he doesn't. So look, he goes to the mall, goes right back up to Nyack where he came from, right back up to Nyack. Now he's heading back down. So we'll push this forward. So now he's heading down the parkway, and he's gonna do another turn right here. Instead of going straight like he's supposed to all the way to our yard, he's gonna be turning around right here. And pretty much wasting time, money, gas, everything. Maintenance on my truck, just unbelievable. Like, look, what, you know, if you take a wrong turn or a wrong exit, cool. But 4 times, I don't know, kind of fishy to me. He turns back around here at the mall where he originally turned around. You see the dark blue route right here, the route that he took. And basically, just completely wasted my time. He finally gets back on the throughway to head back to our yard. And at this point, he does completely go back to our yard. And at one point, you see this little red dot right here, he was speeding. All right, guys, so as you guys could see, you know, what I just showed you guys is a driver taking basically 8 exits to go from one point to another point, which this is more of an awareness video rather than a bashing video. I'm not going to mention his name or anything like that. He was fired the next day. And obviously, because I was able to pull up the GPS and I interpreted it, or I played it back a few times because I had to make sure like that I was seeing this right, because this was the first time this has ever happened to me. And if this happens to any of you guys, I mean, I stayed very calm. I stayed very composed. I made sure that everything was correct. I matched the VIN number to the tracker. I did everything that I could have possibly done to make sure that this information was entirely correct. And I mean, hey, it's GPS. It goes into the OBD2. It does not lie. It does not miss. So a 15-minute drive that took 45 minutes cost him his job. And it's just something that for me or for anybody who has multiple trucks and employees on the road, stay, you know, on top of your stuff. Like I said, I was at the site and then I noticed that he clocked out late, and I was like, this is weird. So pulled it up, and what do you know? You know, spoke to him the next day when we let him go. He swore to God that this was not him. He swore to his kids, unfortunately, his wife. He said that it was not him. And I mean, it just sucks because like I didn't make this up. You know, the GPS is there for a reason, and that's exactly what happened. He punched out at the time that he got to the yard according to the GPS. So how else can we put it, right? If you guys have trackers in your trucks, you know, if you guys see something like this, make sure you guys analyze and make sure you guys actually look at the map and make sure that what you're seeing is correct. Obviously, there's a straight road from the site to the yard, and my guy here took 8 different exits. If something like this happens, you know, do what you want with that information, but obviously it's very obvious what he was doing. And, you know, lucky for us, we have trackers in the trucks, and that's not the kind of employees or the kind of culture we want in our company. So he was gone and terminated the next day. And that's just the way that I handled it. So obviously this was a first for me. So if you guys have trackers in your trucks, drop a story down in the comments below. I'd like to hear them because this was pretty crazy to me. I want to hear what other stories are out there too. If you don't have trackers in your equipment, make sure you get them, even if it's just a couple air tags. I don't want to make the video too long. So shout out to everybody who's been watching. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. The channel has been growing. As you guys know, I keep it real on this channel. I show what it's really like to run a landscape company. With that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram.